Good evening. Um, this week, I read in one of our general discussion posts that someone was um, saying that one of the books was a little hard to follow, and I agree with that. Um, and so I had to take a step back and really ponder what the discussion topic was about and how my actions can be intentional or whether I can go about life being haphazard. And even as a supervisor, I have 10 employees at my current job that I'm over. And one of my main job descriptions is training all of the new employees. And I didn't realize what I was doing would be considered intentional behavior and intentional leadership until I went through this past week. But one of the first things that I often do is I set up a meeting to introduce myself. It's all on Zoom, so I don't get to see anybody in person, but set up a meeting to simply introduce yourself. And then one of the questions I ask right off the bat is, what's your learning style? And I think it's so important in our intentions to make sure that we are approaching another person with the intention of making them a better employee. My intention is that you are comfortable and that you are confident. What can I do? What can I train you on? How can I train you to be that better person, to be that better employee? And so part of that is also active listening. And I made a comment last week that I believe God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. We're to listen twice as much as we speak. And I try to live by that with my own children and to allow their voice to grow and allow them to gain confidence and yet know that they feel comfortable coming to me. And I also want that as a leader, as a supervisor, for my employees to feel comfortable coming to me and knowing that I'm not going to listen with my mind already made up. That can be a challenge sometimes, but I think it's important to listen to someone with the intention of learning something from what they have to say, learning their perspectives. Even though I've been here longer than you, you might have come across something new that I need to learn about. And so I think that also has a part to do with intentional listening, making my mind up beforehand that I don't have my mind up made up towards a certain situation. But I do have my mind made up that I'm going to sit and listen to you with an open mind, taking notes and taking it home and thinking about it. At our church, we say chewing it over, bringing it back to my mind, bringing it back to my remembrance, and then really praying about it and seeking the Lord's will in a lot of situations. So that's what I think intentional leadership is, and how it specifically affects my individual life.